Ladies and gentlemen, it's your very own Reinhard Atela, the great lion of Africa. So today I'm so happy again to bring to you a great conversation here. And we've been thinking about how to change our lives. The conversations are about our lives is always about how do I do this, how do I do this. Actually, Google research showed that the house in Google are so many that they cannot be numbered. It means that a couple of people are always looking for solutions to one particular problem or the other. So today, in this conversation, I'm joined by a great man. You are about to meet this guy. You'll be excited. Now, he's a man I really like, and the first time I met him, I saw potential in him, and I believe that he really had what it takes to join this conversation, because he'll also tell you, as show me your friends and I'll tell you you are. This guy is an author of 2 amazing books. Hey, let's be joined by Joseph. Hey Joseph, how are you?
I'm awesome.
Welcome to this conversation, man.
Thank you. Nice.
You look great, man.
Yeah, you look great too. I like your suit.
Thank you so much, man. Zara, man.
Zara, yeah. It's a nice material,
Yeah, thank you very much. So
you don't get this around.
I know, yeah.
I like this, So what's up?
What's up, man?
I'm good.
It's been a while, Our viewers have been asking, so what are we having in store for them?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
By the way, I read your book.
Oh wow.
This is a very
Tell me about it.
This book is so inspiring. It talks about discover the hidden treasures for wisdom and world accumulation.
Oh wow.
And
now you know.
Me, when I read this book, I've gone through so many situations.
Yes.
That you've talked about in this book.
Wow.
That I've ended up generating so much.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I get you. I get you. Give it to me. Anyway, so today, as I've told you, our viewers have been asking what is fresh in the store, and we had to do this, man. You know how we do it?
Yeah, it's been a while,
Tell me about what do you think about positivity?
So when I think about positivity, this is a huge topic, of course, with a lot of moving parts. And I think for the most part, the thing we should focus on mainly is how you believe yourself, the power of positivity. Because everything that you do has to come from self-affirmation, affirmation inside you.
Yes.
That positive attitude that you have on who you are and what you're going to do and the results that you're going to get.
Definitely. And basically what you're trying to say is that when somebody is in a dark place, all they need to do is switch on the light, right?
Exactly.
Because most people keep talking about how things are bad, they keep talking about every bad thing that is happening around. What they don't realize is that the more they focus on that, the more they advance. Isn't that what you're saying?
That's very true. Yeah. So my friend was actually giving me an example. He was telling me, Joseph, have you ever read the book Poor Dad, Rich Dad?
Yes, a wonderful book, guys. We would recommend it.
There is a part where he talks about when you're talking about an event or a situation, or when you want to start something, there are 2 things you can say.
Yes.
The first one is, this is impossible. And the second one you can say is, how am I going to do this?
Yes.
So how am I going to do this is the attitude that the rich dad gave his son. Because there's always a saying that there is something that the rich people know that the poor people
don't know. Basically, guys, I'm so excited about this. Very excited. This conversation is getting heated more and more. We've realized that there's a way the rich people think that the poor people do not.
Exactly.
And in my book, Wake Up, Walk Out, I've given you 15 ways in which the rich people think, which the poor people do not actually think and accelerate their thoughts towards that. So in this conversation, we are just going to try to tackle issues around yourself, because you are our prime focus. You are the person why we're here. And as Joseph has put it, there is a way the rich think that the poor do not.
As I was telling you earlier on, when you relate the whole issue about parenting and education, you will realize that the rich kids get a whole different form of education from the poor kids. For example, when if you know Even Speaker, the guy who started Snapchat, this guy did not go through the normal education system. Parents gave him what we call homeschooling and all that, and that's why he ended up creating himself to be what he wanted to be, a multi-billionaire. right? Now, the poor people, those parents focus more on going to according to the flow, following the conventional way of education. You join high school, you join primary school and all that, you join campus, you graduate, and now you go get a job. And that's why most people end up living mediocre lives.
Oh, yeah.
So we should focus majorly on creating someone to be who they want to be.
Oh, yes,
without really
actually
following
who they were created to be.
Exactly. Without really following the conventional system, because we've used that before and it's not giving
it has failed. So basically what we're trying to talk about here is that there's a difference between education and learning, right?
There's a difference.
So because the normal system tells us you go in a class, get good grades, go to college, get good grades, come out of... Actually, the normal setup is trying to portray that the more ticks you get in life, the sharper you are, the brighter you are, right?
Yeah.
While I've learned something, Joseph, that the more excess you get in your life, the more failures you get in your life, the wiser you become, right?
Yeah.
So the conventional education system focuses on people being right, and teaching them on how to what to think about,
not how. And that's why they have like the grading system. Because they have like their specific answers. This is the test you're gonna do, and this is the answer. So there's no room for any other answer. And if you come up with a different way of thinking that's never been before, you are given an F.
An F, yes.
An F, if the conventional education system was right, an F was not to stand for, it's not supposed to stand for failure. It's supposed to stand for find another solution, right? So that's why people end up like being jobless, because they do not have those specific answers. They have something different that doesn't fit what
the conventional education
is aiming towards. And for example, let me tell you something. Through this school and the convention or whatever it's happening right now, those programs, high school, they are creating young people or people who go through that to become just another code. In the machine. The machine we call the 9 to 5 market. They're going to become salary slaves. What we should focus on is creating people to be financially independent. When I talk about financial independence is where now you don't have to be paid a salary by someone, so that one day if you show up in the job and late, they fire you.
I tell you.
And then you go out there, you do not have anything to do.
Actually, you think your life ends the moment you're fired, right? So I was thinking, imagine the likes of Thomas Edison. You know this guy?
I remember this
Imagine if they were to answer questions about the bulb that is conventional. We would be having a bulb right now.
And there was something I was writing. I'm writing my that book right now.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. So
You're
I was thinking about this guy who invented the wheel. Let's not mention the name, but let's take the example of Carl Benz. Mercedes guy. So if this guy followed the conventional system, if he asked people, what should I do? The people would have told him, we need a horse with wheels, right? Not a car. So you get the gist of it. So when you follow the conventional way, you always get mediocre stuff. But if you go down a different channel, you will get to a place where you find yourself having all the success you want and everything. Actually, you have what we call flow. Flow is where you're working, but it doesn't feel like you're working.
You're actually not struggling to work, right? Because you're doing your thing. Just like a machine. If a machine is not working well, it simply means it has a problem, right? So that's the same thing that so many people are. Let's take an example of this great man. I know you like him. I'm about to mention him. You can guess.
Give me the name.
Elon Musk.
Imagine
if he would have told his parents and his teachers that he's going to spend all his money to go into space stuff.
That would have been crazy. People would have been like, no, this has never been happened.
It has never happened.
The last man who landed on the moon was whatever, Armstrong, and it's never gonna happen again. But he did it.
Look,
and he's doing it.
And he's, you know the dream he has about the Mars stuff. Would you wanna be part of it? The people going to stay in the Mars.
I love adventure, man. I would like to be up there, like dealing with all this alien stuff.
So basically, I think our problem has always been that we focus more on education than learning. Because you know this a lot around us, that we have guys who have gone to school, but at the same time you find there is no school in them.
There's no school in them. Man, you see this guy with so much accolades. You know, you're like, I went to this university.
I have this degree.
I went to this degree. I
have this
master's, PhD, whatever. But this guy doesn't know how to think.
Anything, yes.
Exactly. And this takes me back to what Albert Einstein said, the definition of education. Education is not how much schools you get. It's about how you think, how differently you think. Exactly. People who are educated have a different way of thinking. Wow. They get education. This is an opera, you know? Like your brain is kind of like what we call an engine. So you have to start it. You ignite it. And then now it runs everything else. You remove the key, right? So that's what basic education
should be like a key starter, right?
Should be like key starter.
It starts you on.
Yeah, but not like the whole thing.
The whole
thing. Like everything in your life is based on that. So Albert Einstein, what he was pointing at, it was you have to get the basic education, and then for the most part, what happens after, that's bullshit, you know? That's BS, total BS.
Wow.
You should now tune your brain, because you've started it, to think differently, find new things, you know, things, great inventions.
Sure.
Make the world a better place.
Wow. This is very hot. It's fire, man. I told you this is gonna spark you up. So what we are learning today is that there are three things that really sums up an individual. How do you believe in yourself? What are some of the affirmations you make whenever you wake up? Because, growing up as a young boy, I used to think I'm not very good enough. I used to think I'm not handsome. Let me say that. But then I learned about the power of affirmation, the power of positive confessions. And then something immediately sparked off a glow in me when I started talking about, I'm handsome, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And the moment I started talking that way, there was a shift, there was a turn around in my mind. And I believe the same happened to my friend Joseph. Tell us your experience about that.
For the most part, my story, because I'm the mentor, so that's what you want to hear.
Yes.
In life, there's always going to be a time where you realize who you are, where you realize what you can do, what your strengths are. And now when that sparks you, because it doesn't come entirely, it's this whole package. I mean, if you're going to be a football player, this is it, you know? This is your professional football player. And you're going to have you're going to play for this club.
Yes.
You'll only get a spark.
Yes.
And now when you get that spark, all you have to do is train and practice. Remember what Bruce Lee said?
Yes.
I don't fear a man who trains 1,000 different kicks a day, but I fear a man who trains one kick 1,000 times. Exactly. So when you get that spark, that becomes your one.
Yes.
You should train yourself
and keep doing it.
And keep doing it.
Because perfection comes by constancy.
Exactly.
Because people are looking for perfection. They want to start when they are already perfect.
Yeah.
But then it's good to start from where
they have like this inbuilt picture in their head. Like if I'm going to start a business, you know, because we've all known like business people before. Chris Kirubi, Warren Buffett, all these guys. They've managed to acquire all this success and all this stuff. Now they have that picture, like they're like going to business. This is the result. So the moment they get a small failure, they turn back. They don't practice again. So what you should do, what I did, for example, when I realized that I was going to be a motivational speaker, I was going to be.
Let me tell you something interesting, guys. Joseph is actually taking a degree in what do you say? How do you call it again?
APT. Applied computer technology. Applied
computer technology. So something that made me laugh. Some day we were talking and it was like, you know what? This is not my thing. And so I just wondered how somebody doing applied computer technology could actually decide to become a motivational speaker, or maybe he wants to use his computer skills to rewire people's minds. So let him tell us about that story.
Yeah, there's always this thing about the people who are dealing with computers and all that stuff, loving to walk behind the scenes. They don't like to come out there, outside. Actually, some of my friends in school asked me, "Hey Joseph, how do you manage to be able to stand in front of people and do all that what you do, yet we what we are.
Yes,
right?
yes,
We're
yes.
programmers and all that. We do chords and we don't want to weed kind of click. No offense, but this is what I meant to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
For people to realize who they are, you have to really, really, really know your field.
Yes.
I know that's a bit confusing,
But I understand.
the truth is, for me, I realized that I'm meant to be in front of people. I'm meant to do some of these things. There's something I'm meant to pass.
Yes,
and
yes,
no matter
yes.
what I'm doing, no matter the cause or whatever I'm doing, there ain't nothing that's going to stop me.
Wow.
So that's why I pushed forward.
Oh yes, into a green field, a gray field,
Into
right?
a gray field. So when I started doing this, I was just like some of those guys.
Yeah, I know.
Behind computers, programming, and loved all that stuff. I didn't really like to stand in front of people. But then, it took me a great deal of practice. If you visit my YouTube channel, it's named Joseph Moore Talks, you will find some of the basic videos that I used to do. Those videos, I did not edit them. I was practicing. Remember the point about the 1,000
Yes,
videos by Bruce Lee? I used to just do a random video and upload it. And I'm telling you, when I was recording the video, I'm all alone in the house and I'm facing the camera and I'm freaking out.
Oh wow.
Because this is something that I'm not used to.
Yes,
But again, there's something deep inside me telling me I've got to do this. You know, because this is my path. And now,
Yeah, you are.
a few videos later, not 1,000 videos, a few videos later, here I am.
Oh, great, man. Great to know. Oh, you know what, guys? Joseph, as I said, is also an author of amazing books. And just a quick one, I would wish he mentions about some of the books he's done and what inspired him to write the books.
Yeah, so the first book goes by the name A Legend's Mindset. So this one is all about creating yourself to be who you are meant to be.
Yes, yes.
You know, dealing with all that stuff I talked about
Yes.
self-doubt, about negativity, about all those negative cognitive biases in
Yes,
your
yes,
brain,
yes.
and actually dealing yourself to be who you want to be, you know, and creating yourself and training and practice and finding mentors. There's so much you could learn from that book. You can get this book on Amazon. It goes by the name A Legend's Mindset. A Legend's Mindset by Joseph Moore. Go search it and get yourself a copy. And if you don't have an Amazon account, a Kindle account, you can reach me out on my number and then I'll get you a copy.
Definitely, we will be able to give you Joseph Moore's number at the end of this wonderful conversation. And what's the second book again? Is it out? Or
I'm working on the second book and that one, so I don't really want to.
Oh, great, guys.
Thanks a lot.
That is called keeping the juice for the right time. So I know this is exciting you. What are some of the goals that you have within you that you keep holding on to and you don't want to come out and throw yourself into the gray areas like Joseph did, so that you'd be able to find your greatest pitch? Because let me tell you something. Personally, I was a very shy person growing up. I really loved to be quiet and to be alone, to just watch stars. But then one day I realized that actually I was meant for the front of the camera. And here we are, man. So Joseph is really exciting me. I know he's exciting you too.
So as I was saying, you know, when you talk about education and it being not the answer to everything, it becomes kind of like a controversial tool.
Yes.
Everyone is, wants to attack you and tell you, oh, you need to be educated, you need to do this and this. So maybe I could give you, or maybe the audience, some of the things that they should do to transform their mind.
Definitely, yes.
Number one is what we call reading books.
Not just the conventional books.
No, just the conventional books that have been set aside for you. Like the syllabus, and this is what I've been reviewed by all this. This is what you should follow. There is a different tunnel that everyone can follow.
Tell us.
And that is reading books.
Yes.
Books like this.
Oh.
They transform you. They transform you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. He mentioned this. Let him say why he mentioned this. Maybe it did something to him.
This book, when you look at this book, it's called Broke. For me, what I think about this book, and I've read it, this will build your spiritual life. And some of the people who are along the spiritual way of life, as I said before, you find your kick. If your kick is found in the spiritual line and also wealth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and, what you're talking about here?
Yeah. So you could find this book. It will direct you. Why? Because as I said, others are people who know what they're talking
Yes,
about.
they're living the authority on that.
Exactly. And I know for sure how it feels to be an author. You take your time, you sit down and you figure out what are some of the things that made you who you are, the things that you went through,
Yes.
and the nuggets that made you to come up. And if we look at you, if the audience looks at you, man, you look like you're suffering from whatever, you don't have and all that. You have success. And some of these books you believe in. So that's why he was like, I need to share this message.
Yes.
So that's some of the things. If you're in business, read books about Warren Buffett.
Yes.
These people,
The guys who've made it.
exactly, the guys who've made it. You know, don't just focus on all these thick books and all these things that will never. They will help you a bit.
Yes.
Not really in your
Yes.
lifestyle. So the next thing you have to follow, a form of education as well, is what we call mentors.
Yes, definitely.
Mentors
very
are
great.
people who are very, very important.
They have gone ahead of you
Exactly.
in an area.
Yeah, not to offend anyone, but teachers. Have you ever been in a class?
Yes.
And then a teacher comes in and they teach you all day. They teach you everything.
They read slides for you.
Yeah, they read everything, and then before the class ends, they tell you, "Hey kid, you know what? You should revise the work that I've given you. And at the end of the day, you're going to buy a plane. You're going to live in the best part of town." But
They are not there.
they're not living that.
Just connecting to your point. There's a day I was in a class,
Yeah.
and my concept of Pan-Africanism, right? So I mentioned that to a lecturer, and he told me it's not possible. You know what I did? I walked out because somebody's impossibility should not actually be my limitations.
Exactly.
So you're right.
As I said before, the person who is teaching you, the person who is mentoring you, should be someone who is having the results.
Yes.
And that's why, like, you see most of people, like, school for me, that's why I'm so much, not against school, but I'm so much against the convention.
Learning more than education,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, it would be much better if the person who's coming to teach you is learning.
As results, right?
As results, he's coming with a helicopter and all that.
I
Things
get
that I admire. And it becomes easier
Yes,
for the
yes,
kids because he'll be like, he'll be late. But every now and then we hear about strikes.
Yes,
the
yes.
teachers want to,
Want an
be
increase.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, they're barely surviving on a salary.
Yes.
But they're telling you, in school, they're giving you examples of how they went to school.
Yes. With the degrees they have.
Yeah, so when it comes to mentors, we should really look at people. And if you trace back to history, there was this mode of learning. What's the name? Apprenticeship.
Yes.
Apprenticeship was where if you sport your sport, if you sport your kid, you said before, if you sport, this is my strength,
Yes.
this is what I can do. For example, if what's the name of these guys who are dealing with metals and those stuff? Blacksmiths, yeah. If you knew that you're going to become a blacksmith, you from a very early age
Connect to a blacksmith.
exactly, and you work.
You learn from them. And actually that form of education really worked a lot during the times of our fathers.
Exactly.
And because I think somebody said some very wonderful piece that a fool learns from his own mistakes,
True.
but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. So that's where the mentor comes in, right?
That's what the
Tell us the third thing.
So, the third thing about how you can improve your education is through practice. Practice every other day. Because when you start on your first day, you're not a professional.
Yes.
You just do it. You remember Nike?
Yes.
It said just do it.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it every other day, every other night. You practice every day, and you'll become better and better and better.
Wow.
That is something, because we all know business people that didn't go to business school. They did not graduate.
Yes.
Yeah, they did not have all this, but they started small.
Yes.
But they did not
They learned
give up.
through the process.
Yeah, through that process, that is also learning. Stop listening to people. All this, there's a lot of noise out there. Listening to the people, they will tell you, look here, man, you've got to graduate. You got to do
Get a
this.
degree.
Yeah, for you to start a business, you have to finish first, and then you present your papers, or you can now say, but now you start small, man. You're gonna raise yourself up every day. You will learn. You will learn more
A lot.
doing.
Yes.
Than
in sitting down somebody.
Exactly.
Oh wow, guys, I wish this could continue the whole time, man, because this is very hot. Some of the things Joseph is talking about here, some of the things we are talking about here are actually non-conventional. And so we wish this could continue, but because of time, I want us to give a parting shot, and so that Joseph will also tell you where to find him and how to reach him, which social media platforms you can be able to get him. And so listen to me, this has to continue. If you really want this to continue, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you comment down there and tell us, do you want Joseph back to this wonderful, amazing show? But then before we conclude, Joseph, what is your parting shot?
I could say, you guys heard what I talked about, education. I need you to take your time and think about the whole system and how it's functioning, and relate it to what success is, and relate it to the most successful business people, most successful celebrities, actors, painters, artists, and you tell me whether for the major part education was a really a stepping stone for them. Okay. And also, by the way, if you need to hear some of this, some of the stuff I talked about, remember when I told you about the kick and how I practiced? You can follow my YouTube channel. You can search it, Joseph Moore Talks. Joseph Moore with an H, Talks. You'll find me there, and then you can find a way to start your own, whatever you're doing. Okay? Yeah. And my social media pages as well. Facebook, there's a social media page called Mental Gold, and there's my personal page is Joseph Moore.
Thank you very much, guys, and for your great lion. You know how we do it. Anyway, we've mentioned only the first book is God Broke. It's right there in our studio. But then I also have 4 other amazing books. The other one is called Wake Up, Walk Out. Why don't you just learn how to fire your boss and then come out of poverty and frustration and be the best authentic self that you're created to be? The other book by the same author, the Lion of Africa, is called You Can Rise Again. Whatever thing that you've gone through, you can actually rise again. And that book will teach you how to be able to deal with procrastination, which is a demon, which is a dragon we need to hit at the head. And then the other book is called, I've mentioned about Wake Up, Walk Out, You Can Rise Again. 9 Lives of an Entrepreneur is the next book. You know what? For entrepreneurs in this show, you cannot just come here and walk empty-handed. We got you sorted. In fact, 9 Lives of an Entrepreneur will teach you, and it will give you motivation to scale your business to the next level. This is not just a book. This is a masterpiece for entrepreneurs. And if I don't find it in your hands, then I don't think you're an entrepreneur in the 21st century generation. Then the last book, which is, oh God, Unleash the Hero Within. You know what? Inside everyone watching me today, I want you to believe, as you comment on the comment section, believe that you have a hero within you. And the moment you decide to fire up your confidence and just rise up above mediocrity, the hero will automatically come out. It's to me like a caterpillar. I've watched the process of caterpillar metamorphosizing into a butterfly. Do you know how the process happens? It's like there's a lot of vibration that happens inside this small, scary caterpillar that makes it into a beautiful butterfly. So the book Unleash the Hero Within, maybe you are the butterfly, but you're still clogged as a caterpillar because you're still eating the wrong food. Why don't you start listening to the right words, connecting to the right mentors, as he mentioned. Get yourself learning procedures more than education, that it means going to class. Educate yourself through reading of amazing books and just connecting to the right people who are going to help you learn how to become the best version of you. Listen to me. Until next time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel Reinhard Atela. That is where the show is going to be fired there. You will find us there. Then you'll also be able to find me on social media at Prince Reinhard Atela on Facebook, at Atela Ray on Twitter, at Reinhard Prince on Instagram. Make sure you follow me there, because I will keep posting hot stuffs there and you'll always be challenged. And guess what? This is not the end of it. Just tell us which show do you want us to talk about? What are the topics you want us to bring on this show? Because I'm telling you, this will never leave you the same again. Thank you very much, guys, for being with us, and thank you so much, Joseph, for coming to the show.
Thanks, man.
Man, it was great meeting you.
Nice you having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.